Project Nigel!
Obviously. Hello. I'm starting my day off with a nice cup of tea. Why do people say that? A nice cup of tea? What other kind of cup of tea is there? You wouldn't deliberately make yourself a horrible cup of tea, would you? Or a disgusting cup of tea? Or a cup of tea with a spoonful of arsenic, would you? Now imagine you get your cup of tea and it isn't very nice. And suddenly you don't want to drink it. Problem solved though, by simply moving around some dead engines. By the time you finish, you'll be so thirsty you will drink your own pee. Oh, should I tell you what I'm doing today? Should I? Yes, I might as well do. Obviously, I've got to eat and drink cups of tea and things, but there are other matters that I can't do at home, such as removing scrap engines. Here I have an L series engine, which may have been perfectly alright, but I neglected to put it inside, so it's got water inside it now, so I'll be absolutely goosed. And I have a K series engine to put on as well, some gearboxes. I'm going to put them on the back of the truck and then remove any remaining sensors and such like. The problem with the L series engine is it is cast iron block and it is stupidly heavy. I've got to remove the chain off the engine so I can pull the engine up with the winch. I'm going to stand clear because I don't want that thing falling on me. That would be quite painful and it would probably break something off, like my leg. The L series magic carpet ride. Now there is one type of cup of tea that is actually horrible. One without milk. And guess what? I've run out of milk. So it looks like I'm going to have a horrible cup of tea. Now some people drink tea without milk, but I think that's just weird. Tea without cow juice. Tea with sugar. What's the point of that? Just sugary water. Doesn't really taste like tea. I don't really see the point in that at all. You may as well drink fizzy pop or something. Cold tea. Tea that's not really the tea bag in for very long. Gosh, I really have opened up a can of worms here. I'm very sorry about that. Now who's this big chap here then? Is he someone friendly? Is he someone friendly? Big space there now where some engines once were. Quite often I've taken these engines out all full of good intentions and then they end up just sitting around for ages doing nothing. So then I end up going to the metal recyclers and just getting rid of them, which is exactly what I'm doing now. So have a look, that's actually 2 engines and 4 gearboxes, all going to scrap. Now whenever I have a weigh-in, I don't know its exact weight before I take it. So there's always a bit of a game of how much money will I get out of it. And today, I'm going to say £24. £24. I'd have been happy with £24. £24 would have been quite useful in my bank account right now. But it's not. Surprisingly, that was 420 kilos worth of engines and gearboxes. Now I'm back at work. Obviously that doesn't take very long, but we have a gap suddenly where those wheels once was, the MG ZR straights. Nice chap just popped around and bought them off me, didn't he? Oh yes, he turned up. Do you like it when people turn up when they say they're going to do? Very good. Yes, I like that. It's also good. Yeah, do you want to go? I need to go for a wee. Excuse me. I'm on my way to the post office. On my way to the post office I go with a thing which I can send via the post office. And there's a wonderful smell of Chinese food in the air. It's making me feel really rather hungry indeed. Well, I must admit today has been a rather pleasant day. Not only have we had a more or less clear sky and no rain, but I've sold a boot carpet to Damien. Weighed in some engines and got a better price than I was expecting. Sold a set of ZR wheels and then just walked off to the post office with a light fitting from a 75. So a good day in all there, and I am about to do something I've not done for quite a while. Now you know me for my multicoloured Rover 25 and the ZTs and other Rovers knocking about, plus driving transit face about. But I also have a Peugeot. Yeah, and there it is, and I've not ridden this thing for quite a while. So I'm going to go on it now. Due to self-preservation, for once, I'm not as stupid as I look. Just fancied a ride to one of the most curious places around Rochdale. It looks like they was going to build a housing estate here, but kind of changed their mind. So we just have this road left instead that goes up to a dead end, and there's nothing there. And it's closed off at the other end, so cars can't come up here. Otherwise you're going to have teenagers or young 20-somethings knocking about doing drugs or whatever it is they do. Now this is Kingsway Business Park. It's one of the few places around Rochdale where you're allowed to drive at 40 miles per hour, and many people do. I see them all the time in the evenings, especially in the evenings, coming down here at 40 miles per hour. It was great. I actually enjoyed that. It wasn't as tiring as I thought it would be, but I only went 5 miles. I didn't want to be overdoing it and have my legs feel like jelly, and they don't that much. Project Percy. I'm flashing orange, aren't I? Great that. Yeah, I love flashing orange. I really fancy going on a protest, or in other words, going for a big old moan about something. Why is that car parked in there? It says, cheese is the way! Cheese is the way! Cheese is the way! Without moo cows, life wouldn't be worthwhile living.